everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be offering you a short and sweet work from home midday flow. So if you're at any point during the day, if you're looking for a way to re-energize, to give yourself a nice stretch, to give yourself some space to breathe, do give this a try. So as long as you have a mat and some space to work out in, and if you have a blanket, do keep a nice blanket nearby. And we can get started. So we're gonna start in a child's pose. So we're gonna place the soles of the feet together and open at the knees, come onto kind of like a tabletop position and slowly sit as close to the heels as you can and extend your arms forward. And then melt your forehead and your chest towards the mat. And just find your breathing. Taking deep inhales and exhales. We'll do 3 of these. Maybe see if you can match your inhale with your exhale. So inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. On your next inhale, I want you to see if you can lengthen your spine a little bit and place your arms towards the right side for a nice side bend. So keep your legs where they are, keep your hips where they are. We're just moving the arms and keep breathing. So breathe into your left side body, breathe into your back. And on your next inhale, we'll come back to center. Once again, lengthen through your spine and exhale onto the left side, moving your arms towards the left. And notice if you feel different on this side or it feels about the same. Just noticing it. And we'll inhale and come back to center. We're gonna slowly come onto all fours. We'll close off the knees. We'll go past the wrists in our tabletop position and come onto our bellies. We'll keep the arms next to the rib cage. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other and lift through your chest. Keep the elbows bent. Cobra Pose. Keep the tops of your feet on the mat as well. And we'll exhale and push back into child's pose. And we'll inhale and come on all the way up onto our bellies. Squeeze your shoulder blades, lift through your chest, inhale. Exhale, push back all the way to child's pose. And we'll do 3 of these mini flows with your own breath at your own pace. Inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades, lift through your chest, engage your core. Exhale, we'll come back to child's pose, 2 more. Make it a little bit more fluid. Coming onto the belly, inhale, lift to cobra. Exhale, push back. And one last time, make it fluid. Last cobra pose in this flow. And we'll meet in child's pose. We'll give our hands a nice little tap on the mat. So just tapping up and down. And we'll slowly come back into tabletop position. So in your tabletop, I want you to spread your fingers wide. Make sure your shoulder is in line with your wrist. We'll curl the toes under. Come up to a hover at the knees and we'll hold this for 3 breaths. So breathe for 3, 2, and 1, and we'll shoot the tailbone up towards the ceiling into our first downward dog. In your first downward dog, I want you to bend your knees a lot. Focus on shooting your tailbone towards the ceiling and really press into those fingers, and just breathe for 3, 2, and 1. We'll look forward, bend a lot at the knees, step or hop towards the front of your mat. We'll inhale and come to a flat back. Place your hands onto your thighs. Maybe straighten the knees a little bit more. And exhale, we can bend a lot at the knees, but try to bring your chest towards your thigh into this forward fold. And we'll inhale, arms lift. Maybe join the palms and exhale, palms at the heart center into our mountain pose. It's just a fancy word for standing. But do make sure there is equal weight at your feet. And we'll just take 1 breath here. So your palms could be joined at the heart center, or you can just place your hands at the side and just palms facing forward. Try to keep your shoulders away from your ears, and breathing for 3, for 2, and for 1. We'll inhale, lift the arms, maybe join the palms, maybe they don't join. Exhale, come on back onto that forward fold. So bending more at the knees, focus on bringing the chest towards the thighs. Inhale, come back to that flat back, maybe placing the hands onto the shins this time. Exhale, planting the hands onto your mat, push back to plank pose. We'll come back all the way down onto the belly. Inhale, we'll squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift through your chest, and exhale, we'll push back onto downward dog. And we'll stay here for 3, 2, and 1. And we'll gaze forward, bend a lot at the knees, step or hop towards the front of the mat. Once again, coming back to your halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, back into your forward fold. Maybe this time straightening more at the knees as you try to bring your chest towards your thighs. And we'll inhale, stack the spine, arms lift. Maybe the palms join, maybe they don't. And exhale, joined palms at the heart center, or hands by the sides, palms facing forward. And just breathe. Next, we're going to place the hands by the hips, and we'll open those toes towards facing the front 2 corners of your mat. And we'll try to sink the hips down into a yogi squat. So in your yogi squat, I want you to focus on lengthening at the spine, keeping the spine straight, and really pressing into your elbows with your thigh and pressing your thigh into your elbow. So this is really active. And if your heels don't touch the floor, this is where you might want to use your blanket. We'll place the blanket onto our mat and basically put the heels onto the blanket and come back to that yogi squat and see how you feel here. Breathing for 3, for 2, straight spine, and for 1. And we'll remove that blanket off to the side. Slowly sit down onto the mat. And we're seated. So next we'll do a seated staff pose. Basically, you're flexing at the feet, pushing through your heels, toes facing the ceiling. We'll place the hands next to the hips, bringing the chin to chest and lift through your chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades a little bit towards each other, and we'll keep this staff pose for 3. Breathe through it. 2 and 1. And we'll slowly come on down all the way and roll over back onto our bellies. Next, we're going to extend the right arm off to the right side. Come onto the left fingertips, keeping the elbows bent, or the left elbow bent. And see if you can roll onto the right side and land your left foot onto the floor. This is a scorpion twist, and remember to breathe. For 1, 2, and 3, and we'll slowly come back to center. I'm gonna switch sides so you can see me. We're off to the left side. So extending the left arm towards the left, palms facing down. Come onto the right fingertips, bending at the right elbow. And see if you can roll over onto the left side and land your right foot onto the mat or the floor. And just breathe. Maybe seeing if there's a difference on this side, maybe not. Breathing for 2 more. And 1. And we'll slowly roll on back to center. We'll stay on the left side for this one. Bending through your left knee. Extend your left arm towards the left and see if you can grab that left ankle. And next we'll try to push the foot up towards the ceiling as you try to resist it by pulling your ankle towards you with your hand. And at the same time, you want to open through your chest and engage your core. And just breathe in this half bow pose for 3, for 2, and for 1. And we'll come on down off to the right side. And I will switch sides again. So coming onto the right side, bending at the right knee, extend the right arm towards the right side and see if you can grab your right ankle this time. As you push the right foot up towards the ceiling and resist it with your hand. Try to pull your ankle towards you. And breathe. Half bow pose for 3, 2, and 1. And we'll slowly come on down. Rest just for 1 breath. Maybe stack your forearms and place your forehead onto your forearms. And we'll slowly come on to lying on our backs for a quick supine twist before we end this flow. So in your supine twist, I want you to first bend at your knees, cross your right leg on top of your left. And I don't have a lot of space here, so I'm gonna do a cactus arm, basically bending your arm in a 90-degree angle. Or you can choose to extend your arm fully and place your palm onto the floor. So your choice, but I'm doing cactus arms. So we'll come to a hover with the legs and we'll let the knees fall to the left side. And we can use the left hand to kind of push the knees onto the mat or onto the floor. As we turn our heads towards the right side, and see if we can press the right shoulder blades towards the floor. And just breathe. And we'll slowly come back to center, unravel the legs, and cross it the other way. So this time the left leg is on top of the right. And you can choose another hand placement. If you are doing cactus arms, you can choose to do a T shape with the arms this time or just do the same thing. We'll let the knees fall off to the right side and see if you want to help it with the right hand by pressing the knees onto the floor. I heard a crack in my back, so it feels really nice. So your head can either face the left side or at the ceiling, your choice. And I want you to try to actively press the left shoulder blade towards the floor. And keep breathing. That's one of the key elements of a yoga practice, is to keep breathing, tune into your breath, connect with your breath. And we'll slowly come back to center, extending the legs and placing the hands by the sides, palms facing towards the ceiling. And we'll just melt into the floor, let go of all your muscle engagement. Maybe closing the eyes. Maybe your thoughts are coming back in. You're thinking about what to do after this. Just let your thoughts come in. Know that they'll come and go. But gently come back to your breathing if you notice these thoughts coming in. And you're welcome to stay in Shavasana for as long as you like, giving yourself some space to breathe, or you can feel free to get out of this pose by wiggling the toes, maybe moving the fingers, maybe doing some wrist circles. If you've been at the computer all day, make sure you do both directions if you're circling your wrists. Next, we're going to place the arms overhead and give yourself a nice long stretch. My phone's ringing already. And we'll let it go and make sure you roll onto either the left side or the right side into a fetal position. I'll actually roll onto the left side. So bending at the knees, maybe cushioning your head with your upper arm. And you can slowly push up and come to sitting. Make sure you close your short practice with a sense of gratitude for yourself, for giving yourself the space to just take a break and find calmness in your busy day. And thank you for practicing with me. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.